Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat ki Jai Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur ki Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagra Jatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshtarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to this weekend's Chaitanya Bhagavat reading. We will continue our reading from last weekend. So we are reading from Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Antya Khanda, chapter 5. So Mahaprabhu has returned from his travels to West Bengal. So we saw that in West Bengal, Mahaprabhu went to um, so he went up to Ramkeli. Before that, first he went to Vidyanagar, then he went to Kulia, uh, then he went to Ramkeli. From there he went to Kanai Natshala, and from there he turned around. And when he turned around, he went to Advaitacharya's home. Then he went to Kumarhatta and visited Srivas Thakur. And from there, Mahaprabhu went to Panihati, Raghav Pandit's home. Then he went to Varahanagar, Bhagavat Acharya, that devotee, who is from Mahaprabhu. When he heard him recite Srimad Bhagavatam, he said, I've never heard anyone recite Bhagavatam like this in all my life. From today onwards, your name is Bhagavat Acharya, and you do only one thing all your life. You simply recite Bhagavatam, read Bhagavatam. That's all you do all your life. In this way, Mahaprabhu visited other devotees also. Many devotees spent time in different devotees' homes, but all that is not given here in Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. Eventually, Mahaprabhu returned to Jagannath Puri. That's what we saw. And then the devotees in Jagannath Puri, how happy they were that Mahaprabhu has finally returned, right? Sarvabhauma, Bhattacharya, and others. And also we saw how the king, Prataprudra Maharaj, he was not in Puri when Mahaprabhu had returned from South India. And then when he went to uh, Bengal, then Prataprudra Maharaj is there, but Mahaprabhu is not there. So he had this great ardent desire to see Mahaprabhu. But because he's a sannyasi, Prataprudra Maharaj is a king. King means he lives in opulence. So Mahaprabhu playing the role of a sannyasi would not meet with a worldly person, right? Somebody who's dealing with wealth, power, and women. So for a sannyasi, it's not good to associate with somebody who is, into material, uh, who's too much absorbed in material activities. So Mahaprabhu would not give audience, or he would not allow Prataprudra Maharaj to meet with him. But all the devotees knew, and Prataprudra Maharaj was a great devotee. He was a great devotee. So he asked Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who is the leader of the devotees in Jagannath Puri. So he asked him, "Can I please get darshan?" But he asked Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and other devotees also. But nobody would allow, because Mahaprabhu does not allow. How they can give permission if Mahaprabhu doesn't allow? They were afraid. Then, okay, I may not get an appointment with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu where he will meet with me and talk with me, but at least maybe I can see him from a hiding place where he doesn't have to see me, just I will see him. Can you arrange that? Uh, then everyone saw how much this devotee wanted to this. Prataprudra Maharaj was such a devotee, he was eager to see the Lord. So then they made a plan. When Mahaprabhu is dancing in ecstasy, sometimes whenever he's dancing, he's actually not in external consciousness, right? He's not aware of the surroundings or of the people around him. He's completely in another world. So at that time, you can take darshan of the Lord, and he won't even notice that you're there. That is the opportunity. So you can see him at that time. So they all decided, and they told the king. And the king also was so humble. Imagine, he's the king, right? He would have anyone just come to him. When he wanted to see somebody, the king would just summon that person. But look at this king, he's so humble. Of course, this is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But how many recognized him as a Supreme Personality of Godhead? The Lord does not reveal. Unless the Lord reveals himself, who can understand his position? Right? नाहं प्रकाशः सर्वस्य योगमाया समावृतः मूढोऽयं नाभिजानाति लोकोऽयं परम अव्ययम् लोकोऽयं I think ajam avyayam, I'm not sure, but the Lord is saying that I'm not visible to everyone. I'm covered by my yogamaya to everyone. But to that person who renders devotional service, I reveal myself to him. So if somebody is able to recognize this is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that means he got the mercy of the Lord. So Prataprudra Maharaj, even though he was a king, he could understand here is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And yesterday we were reading in Caitanya Charitamrita, he is Data Shiromani, the most merciful. You will never find anyone in the entire creation who can be this merciful. He's giving the topmost thing freely to everyone. He's distributing like anything to everyone, not seeing whether someone is qualified or not qualified. It's very interesting that yesterday Srimad Bhagavatam class in Mayapur was also given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, and it was in the same lines that we discussed in Chaitanya Charitamrita. How merciful is Mahaprabhu, and also that mercy of Mahaprabhu is handed to us through Srila Prabhupada. Of course, the topic there was in devotional service, there is no retirement. And it's not like in the material world, you retire at a certain age, no more working, right? You'll be paid, you don't have to work. But it is the opposite in the spiritual world. The more advanced you become, the more years of experience you get, the more intense you become in devotional service. There's no question of retiring, that now I have done for all these years, my body is old, now I can give up. No, that is not the mood at all. And we see that in the lives of devotees, and for us, the most recent Srila Prabhupada. At the age of 70, when everyone else is thinking of retiring, not thinking of, they retire practically at 70, everyone retires. And that's when Srila Prabhupada begins a worldwide movement without any money, no support. And he goes on a cargo ship to the other side of the world with nobody. He doesn't know anyone there. And he's He's embarked on a worldwide project single-handedly. You know how much faith it takes in Krishna to do that? And he did it. That means there is no retirement in spiritual life. There's no retirement. And so the important point related to what we're reading here is the mercy of Mahaprabhu is uh, like one great devotee said, if you are so smart, so intelligent, use all your intelligence in trying to analyze the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when you analyze, then you will see Chitta Pabe Chamatkar. You will be amazed. You know, you'll be blown away by how is it possible someone can be this merciful. And that mercy of Mahaprabhu is given to us by Srila Prabhupada in that same mood of distributing this love of Godhead to everyone. So now Maharaj's instruction for all of us is what we got, it's very, very rare, very, very valuable, just because it has been given to us so easily, right? So easily and without having to pay any price. Don't think, don't take it cheaply because you received it, you know, without having to work for it, without having, it's actually the most valuable thing in the entire creation, the most valuable thing. But this is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy that he has given it to us freely. That is his greatness. And it is the greatness of Srila Prabhupada that he has taken all the risks to make it available to each and everyone according to the desire of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates. But just because we got it so easily, we should not take it cheaply. We should guard it with all our, uh, you know, resources, whatever we have, we should guard it very carefully. Mahaprabhu said, what we have got. One more interesting point that Mahaprabhu said is, in this world, or before Mahaprabhu, before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then also Krishna said, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Raja Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshesham. First of all, you surrender, right? And then I take care of your life. This is what Krishna said. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when same Krishna comes as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he doesn't say first of all surrender. First he gives you love of Godhead. And then he says, after giving you love of Godhead, then you will surrender. He gives you freely first. And by getting that, then you surrender to him. This is what His Holiness Jayapatak Maharaj said yesterday. So it is like you take first and you pay later. This is Mahaprabhu's system, right? He gives it freely. Think about it, right? When you first go to the temple, you get prasadam, you get the music, and you get all the wonderful experience, and you're attached to it. It's not that nobody says only those who chant 16 rounds, only those who follow the 4 regulative principles can enter inside this temple. Otherwise, you're blocked at the door. Imagine if that was the condition. That is what it means, isn't it? Sarva dharman parityajya. Mamekam Sharanam Raja means you surrender to what I'm saying first, and then you're given entrance. Is that the condition of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement? No. Mahaprabhu first gives, feed them. Same thing Srila Prabhupada also did. When Srila Prabhupada first was preaching in New York to the hippies, uh, did he say, no, you have to follow the 4 regulative principles, no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, then only you will start, then only after you did follow these conditions, you will experience. No, Prabhupada would cook. He would cook such nice, delicious prasadam, and personally he would serve them, feed them, and they would taste his love in his personal dealings, in his service, in his prasadam. And he wouldn't ask anything from them. He wouldn't say that, oh, you're taking all this, I don't have any money, you pay something so that I can feed you. Never. Whatever he had, he put everything, he was offering and offering and offering. And finally, one day, after getting all this love, now they're thinking, maybe we should do something. Somebody went and asked Srila Prabhupada, can I help you? So I was waiting that somebody would ask me, please, you can help me clean the pots, you can help me clean the floor, like that. So His Holiness Japatak Maharaj said that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so merciful. First, he gives you love of Godhead, and then you surrender. Right? You take now whatever you want, you take, and then you can pay later, like that. So you see the same mood Srila Prabhupada is also preaching, and we can also learn the following in the footsteps of great devotees. What is their method of preaching? Right? First, you give them, and by that they will surrender eventually. Anyway, coming back to our reading here in Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, so we are seeing that Pratap Rudra Maharaj, right, the devotees arranged that Pratap Rudra Maharaj see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. um, they saw he's such a great devotee, such a nice devotee, he's so humble. And when they said that, okay, you can hide and see, Mahaprabhu won't see you, from a hiding place you can take darshan. And he is also such a humble devotee, he says it does not matter, however way, in whichever way, hiding or sitting on the tree or whatever I can do, as long as I can get a darshan of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How he got this type of conviction? Because he is blessed by the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, how he will get this type of, you know, attraction or attachment to the Supreme Lord? So this is Mahaprabhu's mercy. So of course, they're all the associates of the Lord who have come to this world to perform pastimes with the Lord. But Prataprudra Maharaj, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he wanted to see. So the devotees arranged that once Mahaprabhu is performing kirtan, okay, and then uh, he was dancing in one place in a kirtan, and the king got news Mahaprabhu is dancing in one place. So quickly he went to that place and he was hiding, and he saw Mahaprabhu dance, and he was amazed. How wonderful! I've never seen anything like this. And then Mahaprabhu, tears were coming from his eyes. He was dancing and he even fainted. And Mahaprabhu, the king felt very happy. But one thing, he had one doubt in his mind. When Mahaprabhu was in ecstasy, there is this saliva coming from his mouth, and that saliva covered his whole body. And he thought, what is this? What type of ecstasy is this? He got one, question in his mind, but he could not ask anyone about this, but it was there. And then he went back. Although he was completely amazed, he thought how wonderfully Mahaprabhu is dancing, how much love he has, tears constantly flowing from his eyes, his body is sweating, his body has become pale, like we read in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, the different ecstatic manifestations of Mahaprabhu. When Prataprudra Maharaj saw, he was like amazed. And then finally Mahaprabhu just fell down violently to the ground. And the king was shocked. My God, maybe all his bones are broken or something. And the Lord would roar again, right? This also we were reading. When Mahaprabhu would have these ecstatic manifestations, he would just faint. And why did he faint in the first place? Out of separation from Krishna. If you remember the verses Mahaprabhu recites, the verses which Srimati Radharani personally is reciting for Krishna, those verses. So that tells us of what's going on in his heart. So out of great separation from Krishna, he would faint. And when he is in that unconscious state, or in the condition of faint, at that time he gets to see Krishna. And then when he gets to see Krishna, then again he'll get up and he'll roar, right? Have I seen Krishna just now? Like that. So this is what is going on internally in Mahaprabhu. Externally, you see that he just fainted violently, he fell to the ground, and all of a sudden he rose thunderously and he gets up. This is what everyone is seeing. So Prataprudra Maharaj also saw this. And then when he saw this, uh, further, then after roaring like this, Prataprudra Maharaj, so loudly Mahaprabhu roared, Prataprudra Maharaj closed his ears, and then Mahaprabhu began to weep in separation from Krishna. Streams of tears were flowing, and Prataprudra Maharaj was seeing, right? He had never seen anything like this, and he's just hiding and watching all this. How many ecstatic symptoms were manifested in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's body? Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur says, I have no power to write about all the symptoms simultaneously. Remember, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's like so many soldiers fighting with each other. These different ecstasies were like different soldiers or like different mad elephants fighting with each other in a field, completely destroying the field. The field is the body of Mahaprabhu, and all these ecstasies are coming. I have no power to write of them, says Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur. So like this. So this Prataprudra Maharaj saw this. Now, after seeing all this wonderful dancing and all these ecstatic manifestations, the king left. He went back home. But this thought remained in his mind. Why is this saliva flowing from his mouth and covering his every limb? I don't understand this one symptom of ecstatic love. Everything else is amazing, but why this? But he didn't reveal it to anyone. And then what happened? He saw a dream. He went home and he slept, and in his dream, what did he see? Assuming the form of a sannyasi, Lord Jagannath has descended to the earth. Now he enjoys pastimes of chanting his own holy names in Sankirtan. Bewildered by the Lord's Maya, the king did not understand the heart of this truth. Therefore, the Lord himself revealed this truth to him. At night, saintly Prataprudra saw a dream. In the dream, Lord Jagannath came before him. The king saw Lord Jagannath, his limbs. So now this is not, this is in the form of Jagannath. Jagannath, the deity Jagannath, came to the king in his dream. And the king saw Lord Jagannath, his limbs covered with dust, and from his eyes tears flowing like the Ganga. From his nostrils mucus flowed again and again. From his graceful mouth saliva flowed. It covered his entire body. So what Prataprudra Maharaj saw in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the same thing now in his dream he was seeing the deity, the Sri Vigraha, deity of Jagannath. Same symptoms, tears flowing, mucus flowing, saliva flowing, and dancing and weeping he saw of Jagannath. So the Lord is revealing himself that I am the same. What you saw there, that what kind of pastime is this? Again, in the dream also, Maharaj Prataprudra is thinking, what kind of pastime is this? Why does Lord Jagannath enjoy a pastime like this? Right? Generally, when you serve the Supreme Lord, you give him all types of the best fragrance, right? The best delicious, best taste foods, meticulously clean, nice fragrant flowers. That's how you serve the Lord. And the Lord enjoys like that. What type of enjoyment is he getting like this? Saliva from his mouth covering his every limb. What is this? He couldn't understand. What type of pastime is this? He's not able to understand. So even in the dream, he's thinking like that about Jagannath. What kind of pastime is this? Why does Lord Jagannath enjoy a pastime like this? I have no power to understand it. So, see, this is not, sometimes, devotees, we get some questions, but it is not in a challenging mood, right? It's not that I don't accept this. How can this be? That's not the mood. But at the same time, we are not able to understand. We are not able to make any sense of all this. And we want to know what it is. You see? And that's a very difficult time. We have examples of our acharyas, like Advaita Acharya. He would explain every verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita to mean that each verse of Bhagavad Gita is only talking about pure devotional service. Actually, if you see, the first 6 chapters are talking about Nishkama Karma Yoga, middle 6 chapters about Bhakti, last 6 chapters about Jnana. That's how it is divided. But when Advaita Acharya would teach Bhagavad Gita, each and every verse, right? Let's say Dhritarashtra Uvacha or Sanjaya Uvacha, or let's say Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yutsavaha Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kimakurvata Sanjaya. That verse will mean devotional service. How? Advaita Acharya will explain. Every verse and every line is actually telling us about bhakti. So this Shri Advaita Acharya would explain. But there was one particular verse which Advaita Acharya was not able to explain in terms of bhakti. And because he was not able to explain, he tried in so many ways to understand. Because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, when he taught, when he was a teacher, he was teaching grammar to students. They would ask him, please explain verbal roots, right? Mahaprabhu would say every word in the entire creation, what to speak of the words of Bhagavad Gita, but in the entire creation, any word that you say, right? You say go, come, eat, walk, any word you say in any language, every word is only indicating to Krishna, devotional service to Krishna. This is how Mahaprabhu would teach. Each and every word, anything you give. This is actually a great, a Mahabhagavat Vaishnava. He will never talk anything other than Krishna. Anything you talk, he's so expert, he will just connect it to Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada was like that. He may be a lawyer, he may be like a professor, or anyone from any background, from any country, from any religious person with any faith, anything they would talk, immediately he would connect it with Krishna consciousness and he would explain it in terms of Krishna consciousness. This is a great devotee, right? This is a Mahabhagavad devotee. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would explain like that. So Advaita explain it in terms of bhakti, then he fasted. He said, no, I won't eat now because I was not able to explain this verse. Of course, Mahaprabhu came to him in a dream. He said, you get up, you eat prasadam. I will explain to you that verse in terms of bhakti. Don't worry, take prasad. This was long before Mahaprabhu actually appeared. Appeared in this world before his manifest pastimes. Advaita Acharya had this. So Mahaprabhu came to him and he said, don't worry, I will explain that verse. And he does. So I'm saying that even great devotees, sometimes they'll have some questions. They may have, the Lord's pastime. So here, Maharaj Prataprudra also, when he saw Jagannath in the dream, he's not able to figure out why would the Lord perform such a pastime and what kind of enjoyment can he get from this type of pastime. I'm not able to understand. That was Prataprudra Maharaj's problem. Okay. So in that dream, the king thought like this: I have no power to understand it. The king went in the dream, he went to touch Lord Jagannath's feet. Lord Jagannath said, King, this is not right. When you anoint them with camphor, musk, fragrances, sandal, and kumkum, then my limbs are good, right? So when you go to the temple, how you decorate the Lord with so many fragrances, scented oils, nice fragrant flower garlands, right? Silks, costly silks, gold jewelry, and diamonds, precious stones. You decorate the deity very nicely, and then you go and touch the lotus feet of the deity. Then it is fit for you to touch. And this is what Jagannath is telling. So Jagannath is in this condition, and Prataprudra Maharaj goes to touch the lotus feet of Jagannath, and Jagannath is saying, oh my dear king, I'm not in a proper condition for you to touch my feet. When I'm nicely decorated and with sandalwood and musk and all these nice fragrances, scented oils, then you can touch my lotus feet. So when you anoint them, my limbs, with camphor, musk, fragrances, sandal, and kumkum, then my limbs are good. But you see that now my limbs are covered with saliva and dust. How can it be right for you to touch my limbs now? Right? I'm not in the best position. How can you are a king, how can you come and touch me like this in this condition? When I'm nicely decorated with all these nice fragrances, then you can touch. Now I'm not in a good position for you. I'm not good enough for you to, to be touched by you. My limbs are not good enough, in other words. Then Jagannath is telling Prataprudra Maharaj, today I went to dance. By my mercy, you saw my limbs covered with dust and saliva. Look, My limbs are covered with dust and saliva. You are a great king. You are the son of a great king. How can it be right for you to touch me? Right? In this condition, when I'm covered with dust and saliva, you are so great. How can it be right for you to touch me? After speaking these words, the merciful Lord looked at his servant and smiled. So after saying all this, Jagannath, right, with his big, big eyes and big smile, he looked at this Prataprudra Maharaj. How can you touch me now? And he smiled at Prataprudra Maharaj. So Prataprudra Maharaj will get a realization now. So the next moment, the king saw Lord Chaitanya sitting on Lord Jagannath's throne. So now Jagannath was standing with saliva and everything, and immediately the next moment, so first he saw Jagannath in the condition of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now he's seeing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the condition of Jagannath. Same Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the sannyasi, he's sitting on the throne of Lord Jagannath on the altar. Lord Chaitanya's graceful limbs were covered, and he's still there, covered with dust and saliva. So he understood. There's no difference. Ah, Jai Krishna, say Jai Gaura, say Krishna, say Jagannath. The one who is Gaura is himself Krishna and he is himself Jagannath. It's one person in three different forms with three different names. He is the same person. Jai Gaura, say Krishna, say Jagannath. So this realization and revelation Prataprudra Maharaj got by the mercy of Jagannath. In the dream, he saw Jagannath covered with saliva and dust, and then he saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again covered with dust and saliva sitting on the throne of Jagannath, and Jagannath smiling at Maharaj Prataprudra. So, Lord Chaitanya's graceful limbs were covered with dust and saliva. The king smiled and said, "Why is it not right for me to touch you? Because you are covered with dust and all that. Why do you say it's not right?" The king also smiled. When Jagannath smiled, now the king also smiled. "You are my Lord, right? Why is it not right? You have kindly entered my heart. Therefore, why should you not touch me? Right? Can you enter my heart without touching me? What to speak of touching? You have actually you have come, right? You have conquered my heart. You're in my heart. So what is the problem in touching, right? You know, some people cannot eat anyone's remnants, and I can completely understand that. But for a mother, does it make any difference if she eats the child's all the time, right? And the child also eats the mother's remnants. They don't feel anything. The baby was in the mother's womb, right? You're inside and you have come, and then you're drinking the mother's milk. You eat from the same plate. Does it make any difference? No difference. So this is just from our mundane experience. What to speak of Krishna? So Prataprudha Maharaj is saying, "You have already entered my heart." Right? So in whatever way you are, dust or saliva or whatever, you are in my heart. You've gone into the core, right? The You can't eat even now. So uh, so yeah.
My sister, my older sister, is also like that. When we both sit and eat, if nothing will drop. And now when we sit on the floor and eat, like lassi, like rasam, something, it sprinkles a little bit. She says, that is there. She leaves the plate and go. That's how she is. So, oh God, that she has very much that, very particular about that. Some people are like that. Some people, I don't mind. I just do. That's what my daughter, I always tell my daughter, because the leftovers from kids we eat, we become
Of course.
because
Of course.
fathers won't care. They won't eat. They will eat and go. But mothers, oh, this is little bit she left. Put it like that.
this is in mode of ignorance. Remember, we read. So this is in
Right.
mode of ignorance when we eat this someone.
Detail.
So we so we who doesn't eat, we are in mode of goodness. Well, hey.
No, but if you're rejecting prasadam, then how you'll be in goodness?
Prasadam is prasadam, that's different, but the juta of anyone.
Bhavagrahi Janardana. You're seeing Juta or you're seeing Krishna's prasadam. Depends. That's why, of course, we cannot pretend and we cannot artificially do that. But like you see, Kalidas, he would go and beg for the remnants of people. Juta, he will literally wait after they eat the mango, suck all the seed and throw it in the dustbin. He collects it and he eats it. Can you say he's eating Juta? It's not Juta. He's seeing this is Krishna Prasad, not just Krishna's Prasad, Maha Prasad of the devotee. And Krishna Prasad cannot be polluted. But for you, I heard this lecture from my Guru Maharaj. He said that, yes, but you cannot imitate. You should have that type, that not that I will eat this person's remnants, I won't eat that person's remnants. No, he sees this is Krishna's prasadam. From anywhere it comes, even from a, Jagannath Prasad, they keep outside on a leaf on the roadside, they'll keep.
Yeah.
Some cows will come and eat, some dogs will, but they honor this is Jagannath's Prasad. They'll go, you can go and because you see this as Jagannath's Prasad, it cannot be contaminated. But do you have that type of consciousness? That's the point.
That's why they say Sarvam Jagannatham, Always, in Jagannath Prasad, they give with the hand. They don't see, they won't put spoon like stylish like that. They eat, they'll show you for tasting also. They will give you in puri. They'll give with the hand.
Yeah.
And in a way, you can take it in a hand and sample. If you like it, you buy it. Like that they do. Sarvam Jagannatham. That's our puri.
Yeah. So that the
They don't mind.
consciousness, we want to have that type of consciousness. But otherwise, if it's not prasadam, simply eating anyone's remnants, yes, that is in the mode of ignorance.
Yeah.
But if it is Krishna Prasad, it's a whole different story. So we cannot justify it either way. But and it's let's just read now.
Especially with from your children. It's real
Yeah.
prasadam. They are innocent. You take from them. That's it. They're real prasadam.
Yeah. Let's just read now. Yeah. So Lord Chaitanya. So this King Prataprudra Maharaj, he said, "You have entered my heart. Why should you not touch me?" In this way, giving his mercy to Prataprudra, Lord Chaitanya sat on the throne and smiled. At that moment, the king awakened. He awakened. That means all this is in the dream he's seeing. And then he woke up from his sleep. Now awake, he started crying. He wept. He was sleeping, and in his dream, he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on Lord Jagannath's throne, and he's having this dialogue with Lord Jagannath. He woke up, and then he woke up and he realized, oh, I thought like this about my Lord. And he started weeping. He said, I am a great offender, a wicked sinner. I did not know that Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself descended to this world. Yes, I did not know that Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is Jagannath himself who has descended to this world. How can any living being have the power to understand him? Even Brahma and all the demigods are bewildered by his Maya. I am an offender. Lord, please forgive me. Please make me your servant and give me your mercy. Then the king understood that Lord Chaitanya is Lord Jagannath himself. They are not different. Now the king very earnestly yearned to see the Lord. Now he really wanted to go and see the Lord with the mood of, repentance that I made an offense, please, like he wanted to go and surrender to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now the king very earnestly yearned to see the Lord. Still, no one would arrange for him to see him. By divine arrangement, one day Lord Chaitanya sat with some associates in a flower garden. Going there alone, King Prataprudra fell down before the Lord's feet. The king trembled and wept. The hairs of his body stood erect. His ecstatic symptoms had no end. He fell unconscious in ecstasy. Seeing the king's symptoms of pure devotion to Lord Vishnu, Lord Chaitanya said, Rise, Then he placed his graceful hand on the king's body. With the touch of the Lord's graceful hand, the king regained consciousness. Grasping the Lord's feet, he wept. King Prataprudra prayed, save me, O master of all living entities, O ocean of mercy, please place your glance of mercy on me, a sinner. Save me, O independent Lord, who enjoy whatever pastimes you wish. O ocean of mercy, save me, O Sri Krishna Chaitanya, O friend of the poor. Save me, O Lord, before whom all the demigods bow. O beloved of Goddess Lakshmi, save me, O only object of the devotee's love. Save me, O Lord, whose form is pure and spiritual. Save me, O Lord Krishna, eager to enjoy pastimes of Sankirtan. Save me, O Lord, whose nature, names, and virtues are beyond the understanding of mere human beings. Save me, O abode of gentleness and virtue. Save me, O Lord, before whose graceful feet Brahma and Shiva bow. Save me, O ornament of sannyas dharma. Save me, O Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. O Lord, please give your mercy to me. Please never leave me. Hearing King Pratap, one second.
No, don't do any.
King, Hearing King Prataparudra's prayers, spoken in a voice breaking with emotion, Lord Chaitanya became pleased and gave his mercy. The Lord said, may you attain devotion to Lord Krishna. Don't do any action but devotional service to Lord Krishna. Always sing Sankirtan of chanting Lord Krishna's holy names. Lord Vishnu's Sudarshan Chakra will always protect you. You means Maharaj Prataprudra, Sarvabhauma, and Ramananda Rai are the three. For the sake of you three, I have come here to Jagannath Puri. For the sake of Ramananda Rai, Prataprudra Maharaj, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. For the sake of you three, I have come here. I place one request before you three. Don't reveal to anyone the truth about me. Right? Whatever you have realized, Mahaprabhu revealed to Ramananda Rai that he is Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahe Anya. He was standing as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he saw that he is actually Radha Krishna. Ramananda Rai got this darshan. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya got this darshan. Mahaprabhu showed the Shadabhuja Gauranga form to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya that he is Lord Ramchandra, he is Krishna, and now he is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And now he revealed to Prataprudra Maharaj, he himself is that Jagannath. So for you people, for you three, I have come, and to all three, Mahaprabhu had revealed his position. And now Mahaprabhu is saying, I have one request, don't tell anyone what you have realized about me, what you have seen, don't tell anyone. So I place one request before you three. Don't reveal to anyone the truth about me. If you reveal it, I will go away. That is the truth. Speaking these words, the Lord placed his own flower garland around the king's neck. Pleased, the Lord gave the king permission to depart. Again and again offering Dandavat obeisances and placing the Lord's order on his head, the king departed. Having seen the Lord, the king thought all his desires were now fulfilled. Again and again he meditated on the Lord's feet. Anyone who hears this narration of King Prataprudra, seeing Lord Chaitanya, will attain a great wealth of spiritual love. So many blessings we get simply by hearing. Anyone who hears about, it is said earlier, anyone who hears about Mahaprabhu's visit to Bengal and on the way back, right, that whole visit of Bengal, he will get love of Godhead. And now anyone who hears this interaction of Prataprudra Maharaj with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he will get a special wealth of love for Krishna, like that. So, happily enjoying pastimes of Sankirtan in this way, Lord Chaitanya stayed in Jagannath Puri. The devotees who had taken birth in Jagannath Puri all recognized Lord Chaitanya as the master of their lives. That means they all recognize that this is Jagannath only. Those devotees who took birth in Jagannath Puri, when they saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they all recognized Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Lord Jagannath. Sri Pradyumna Mishra was an ocean of love for Lord Krishna. Lord Chaitanya personally gave his lotus feet to him. Mahaprabhu gave away his lotus feet to Pradyumna Mishra. Sri Paramananda Mahapatra was very saintly. His body was filled with the nectar of devotion to Lord Chaitanya. Kashi Mishra was always overwhelmed by tasting the nectar of love for Lord Krishna. Lord Chaitanya stayed in his home like this. So even when we were reading about Mahaprabhu's return from Bengal to Jagannath Puri, the various places that Mahaprabhu stopped by, and so many devotees came to see him, the Lord's interactions with different devotees, his love for each devotee. We have seen in Bengal, and now we are also seeing in Jagannath Puri what type of relationship Mahaprabhu had with the devotees. Pradyumna Mishra, Paramananda Mahapatra, Kashi Mishra, like this. Let me see if this chapter is ending. No, it is not ending. So we will continue tomorrow. It's already it's
Mataji,
past time.
one quick question. Who was
Okay.
the person who was saying a sloka? Who told him to say this sloka, and he was reciting the sloka, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ran to him and hugged him? Who was he, Mataji?
Ratnagarbha Acharya. That was in his Navadvip when Mahaprabhu returned from Gaya and he was manifesting his uh, love of Godhead for the first time. He was manifesting. So he was teaching his students on the banks of the Ganga, and he heard this Ratnagarbha Acharya recite a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. And then Mahaprabhu went into such ecstasy. He said, say it. And he kept saying again and again. And he kept on, and Mahaprabhu was just, fainting and falling and crying and weeping. And the person kept chanting. And finally, somebody went and said, don't recite, stop. And then that person stopped. And after some time, Mahaprabhu came back to external consciousness. Ratnagarbha Acharya.
No, another pastime, Mataji. The
Pundarik with Mukunda.
whom Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't want to see, and he was hiding. No,
Mukunda.
who is
Mukunda.
Mukunda? Mukunda. No, he
Yeah,
was
but that,
no. No, there was a king who was rich. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not meeting him because he's a rich person. And then
you're getting confused. That is Maharaj Pratap Rudra. That is in
what I was
Jagannath Puri.
thinking. That's what I was thinking. And then he was told to by his devotees, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's devotees, to chant this verse. And then when he chanted this verse,
Ah,
Chaitanya
not.
Mahaprabhu ran and
That's
hugged him
true.
because he couldn't control.
That's true. That comes in Chaitanya Charitamrita. It will come. So this garden. So yeah, it's the same pastime what we read now, but the details will be explained. You see, Chaitanya Vrindavan Das Thakur gave us Chaitanya Bhagavat, and those aspects which Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur did not elaborate, those points are picked by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, and he'll give us more details. The things which are not elaborated by Vrindavan Das Thakur, he'll give. So it is the same pastime. Prataprudra Maharaj meeting with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the details will be given, explained in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So the devotees actually arrange for him. They dress him up. They tell him to dress up like an ordinary person, not like a king. And he comes to the garden, and Mahaprabhu, after the kirtan and dancing, he's so exhausted and he's just laying there sleeping in the garden. And then they send, and others are not there, all the devotees left because Mahaprabhu is taking rest now. So they send this Prataprudra Maharaj, actually,
Saying a verse, so some verse which actually gives
yes,
ecstasy to him. I
yes,
forgot what it was.
yes. And then Mahaprabhu is very pleased and he embraces him. And then like that, yes.
Okay.
And before that, actually, they send his son, the king's son. The Lord embraces the king's son, and the king feels so happy. Not knowing who he is, the Mahaprabhu embraces the child. And then finally, Prataprudra Maharaj also gets. So we will read that. That whole pastime will come in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, all of you.